Good morning, guys. What is going on? It is a beautiful morning. Not really, it's actually pretty windy, but it's still decently nice out. But we're starting off throwing a topwater this morning. Classic red and white spook that I got a leaf stuck on. This is probably my all-time favorite lure to throw right there. I love throwing topwater for big snook and big jack, and that's what we're doing this morning. Hopefully we can get on some big ones. I'm very excited. It's been a long time since I really have thrown topwaters for these saltwater fish, you know. It's just been a hard time to get a bite during the winter months. You know, they'll still eat it occasionally, but it's not as good as a bite. But we're gonna throw these topwaters this morning, hopefully hook up with some big ones, and then when the sun starts coming up, switch over to swimbaits, jerkbaits. We're just gonna roll with it and try to catch some good fish today. That's the plan. We're gonna get at it. Oh, God. Little jack, I think. Whoa, no. What is this? Oh, it's a little snook. Oh, the freaking big trout. First fish in the morning right there. Just a little, probably 22-inch snook. Only 2 casts in the morning already on topwater. That's got me super excited. We're gonna release it and keep throwing. Oh, come on. Getting waked on. Big time, big time, big time. I don't know if he's still falling or not. Oh, that was a big snook, guys. Throw it right back up in there. Gosh, that was a big snook. Crap, dude. That hurts. That was a big one. Really big. And you can visibly see them putting off like a 1.5 tall wake behind your lures, and you know they're big. Alright, threw topwaters around this morning. One snook had a monster follower. He followed it for about 10 seconds, and I could just see that big giant head wake slowly cruising behind my topwater working, and he just never would seal the deal. Big snook do that a lot. But we've re-rigged, tied on some different things. Now the sun's come up a little bit, so I'll run through and show you what we're working with today. Jerkbait right here, 3,000 size reel, 15-pound test, 30-pound fluorocarbon leader to about a 5-inch jerkbait, red and white. That has done well for me lately. A little Swimbait right there, just a little 3-inch Swimbait on a half-ounce jig head, or actually it's a 1/4-ounce jig head. And last but not least, bait buster right there. Something slow to fish underneath the docks and just really slowly bounce and work around the edges of pilings, docks, bridges, all that stuff. But we're gonna start throwing the jerkbait, working along a dock line, throwing along mangroves, seawalls, docks, and see if we can find some snook. Hopefully we can catch something big today, you know. I was really hoping we could hit a giant on topwater, but it didn't happen. But I think we can maybe catch something decent on the jerkbait or the bait buster here. Ooh, come on. There's a snook. There we go. Little guy. That's okay. That was cool. I watched him come out and follow it, and I let it drop, and he thumped it right as it was falling down. Flip him in. Little snook right there. Not going to talk about too much, but it's been slow, so he's a welcome guest for sure. Right there on a little DOA cow, just a little tiny root beer swim bait. But we're going to release him and hopefully size up, man. It's been slow. There it goes. Oh gosh, I freaking just lost my balance. That thing hit me so hard. I tried to set the hook and my foot slid out from underneath me. Oh. Let's see if it'll come back and eat it. Oh, I got cracked. I'm missing fish though. It's not good. there's a fish, big one. Oh, not a big one, but a good one. Coming at me fast. Keep your head down, buddy. Hit it once and I threw back in there and he came back and hit it again. He's digging. Uh-oh, I just felt something kind of weird. Hopefully I don't get off here. Oh, right underneath the boat. Oh, there he goes right there. That's okay. Ain't too worried about it. If he was a big giant one, I wouldn't have tried to flip him in, but he's like a 25-inch snook. Here's one of my problems when I'm filming these videos, is what I just did right there, where I just tried to boat flip that snook, and the real reason I couldn't really care about losing a snook that size, but I always forget, you know, I need to pull these fish in and show them off to the camera. And so to me, it doesn't really matter. But I know you guys, it's like, oh, come on, how can you just lose a fish boat side? So I try to remember sometimes not to do that kind of stuff, but sometimes I just like don't even think about it. But that was fun. I got the most out of that fish, got to fight him, got the hook set, jumped around. That was nice. But retie frayed me up a little bit. That's fun. He was probably the biggest snook I've had on today. Is what it is. We're gonna keep throwing though. Finally keyed in on something right here. There's just a little root beer, chartreuse tail, red jig head. And it's weird, man. I fished all morning. And I fished 2 separate dock lines and did not get a single bite. And I was throwing jerk baits and I was throwing bait busters and bigger swim baits. But switching over to the little swim bait is what's killing it. So we're gonna keep throwing it. Hopefully hook maybe 1 or 2 more snook and we'll call it a day. But I'm enjoying myself now. This morning was really slow and I was kind of getting bummed out, but it's picked up and I'm having fun now. So we're gonna keep rolling. All right, I know it's very windy, but we're gonna be throwing a terrorize underneath this bridge for a little bit, bouncing around, see if we can maybe cap out a few snook to close out the day here. All right, no go on the bridge. We are gonna make a move and get back to some docks. All right, change locations, floating a dock line, still throwing the little swim bait right here. It's been working, so we're gonna keep at it and see if we can maybe hook 1 more fish, land 1 more fish before we call it a day. I've had fun though. It's just very windy and kind of, oh god, monster fish just going off over here. I don't think it's even a monster. It's just a nice sized jack, but he's ripping. I think he might come through this side over here, so I'm just trying to see, because he's just passing through this dock here. There he is. He's not even that big. He's making a lot of noise though. There he is. That was sweet. He's running fast. Oh, it's a good one. I don't even think he knows what's going on yet. He hasn't even tried to run. That was really cool though, just sight casting that fish. I was watching him cruise across. Well, I saw him hit a school of mullet over there. Then I saw him swimming between these docks and go underneath this dock. And so I just pulled over to the other side. And there he was. He's not very big. All right, good looking little jack right there. Just like a 5-pounder or so, but these things just fight so well. When you're having a slow day, these will make your day so much better right there. And it was really cool just being able to sight cast that little fish. But we'll release him real quick, keep throwing, and see if we can catch some more fish. But thankful for this little guy right here, little grunter. With jack, if you don't keep them out of the water too long, you can just release them head first, and they'll shoot off like he just did. So I've had people ask before, why do I sit there and baby snook really long and hold them in the water, and why do I throw jack into the water head first? Because snook are like largemouth bass in a sense. They sit still on the bottom. They just constantly sit there. Jack never stops swimming, so holding them still in place sometimes doesn't do that much. For really bigger ones, if I fight them for a really long time and they're really hounded and I take them out of the water and they're hard to unhook or whatever, so they're just really exhausted, I will hold them in the water and keep the trolling motor going or turn their head into the current so water's flowing through their gills. But jack are constantly moving, so if you're just holding them static in the water next to the boat, it's really not doing anything for them. But when you throw them head first, that water gushes through his gill plates and just revives them like that. And snook, it's almost the exact opposite, where most of the time snook are just sitting on the bottom or they're really slowly cruising. So if you hold a snook in the water and just hold him still, that's letting him catch his breath. And jack, it's the opposite. You throw him and it just kick starts him and he's gone. Oh, good fish. Turn your head, turn your head, turn your head. not as big as I thought, but that is a dark snook. What the heck? He's just dark. I'll grab the net for at least one of these fish today. Oh, no I won't. God! That's just what happens when you're trying to film and you're trying to grab a net and all that good stuff. Whatever, man. Alright, I think that'll do it for today. It's about 11 o'clock. Caught a few fish. Time to call it, though. Alright, done for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me lose a bunch of snook. That's always a ton of fun. No, I mean, I really, to be honest, I wasn't trying very hard to land those smaller snook. And you guys have seen me catch bigger snook. When I hook bigger snook, I'm getting the rod tip under the water and I'm burying their heads. When they're little like that, I'll be honest, I'm pretty lazy about it. But it was fun today. Kind of figured out a little pattern. Started out the day fast, really. On my second cast, I caught a snook on a topwater, and then after that, silence. Nothing for about 2 to 3 hours, and then finally picked up this little tiny swim bait here and started crushing them. And you know, it wasn't like we were ripping in fish left and right, but we got on a solid bite, figured out a pattern, and it worked out. But we're done for the day. Oh, I have something exciting for you guys, but I think I'm gonna talk to you back at the house about it. So back at the house. So the reason I wanted to come here and talk, because less windy and I could show you something right here, what I am wearing. This is a Lawson Lindsey shirt, and the logo on the back too. Oh, one sec. So these are new shirts that have been made to sell to you guys. So the website will be in the link below. I'm really excited to do this because I'll explain basically the idea behind the shirts. Right now it's really simple. There's just a few colors and long sleeve, and they're very comfortable shirts. I will say that. I'm really picky about clothing I wear, and these are super comfortable. But the idea behind it is it's going to help fund this channel and new equipment and all that kind of stuff. The main idea is that the money that is made from the shirts is going to go back into making more shirts of more colors, different designs. You know, eventually I want to make really nice, like Nike dry fit like stuff, like really good fishing shirts, and all different types of logos, designs, different artwork on the shirts, all different type of clothing. And so the money that's made from selling these shirts is just going to go right back into making cool gear and new stuff for you guys. So if you want to check out the website, the link will be in the description. The website is literally just going up today. So I hope you guys like the shirts. Give me some feedback of what type of products you would like to see in the future. If it's buffs, hats, shirts, short sleeve, long sleeve, hoodies, all that stuff. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from you guys because this is what this stuff is for. You know, I enjoy wearing it, but this clothing is for you guys, the fans, because I really appreciate you guys and I want to give you some cool stuff. So let me know what you think. Check out the shirts. If you want to buy one, buy one. I don't want you to feel like I'm pushing junk onto you. But that is it for today. I appreciate you guys. Until next time.